All right, let's try this again. Welcome back to Between Two Viewers, Part 2 with my dude from Syracuse, Tim C. Hi, Tim.
Meow?
Yeah. He's here.
Oh, we're doing stuff
Yes,
now, huh?
now we're recording.
Oh, okay.
I think it's working. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so one of us was prepared and one of us was not. Hey, you're going to... I'm going to ask you about that. See this? Check this out. So I brought these shelves in today.
Yeah.
And as you can see...
The one's broken.
Dude, I went like this, picked it up like this to put it in the thing, and it fell apart in my hands.
Huh. Oh, it was a whole shelf.
It was a whole shelf.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
That's a nice break.
I went like, what the hell? And hit the ground. And I called Mike Carroll, you know Mike from Studio Sales. Yeah. I said, dude, I swear to God, I never fired it or anything. I just picked it up and it.
Yeah.
Any ideas? No.
I blame Mike.
Mike.
Let's throw Mike under the bus.
Mike, look at you did.
Look at you. No, yeah, like kiln shelves are
yeah.
I know, like this is one of the pressed ones, so they're supposed to be more durable. They're not like the cast ones.
Yeah, he said he's had it for like a year, so it's been sitting there. Oh well. All right. So welcome back, Tim. Welcome to Part 2.
We're at Mike's place.
Yep, we're at my studio. Tim drove down. A good almost an hour and a half.
Yeah, it was an hour and 41 minutes.
Oh wow!
But I added 6 minutes because I forgot the clay.
Oh, you had to go back.
I had to go back.
Yeah, there's really no easy way to get there. Those are almost the same size. I'm surprised. There's no easy way to get there. But trying to remember where we ended up last time. We talked about all sorts of stuff, but we can talk about anything. We can talk about this clay, which seems pretty cool. That's Laguna 90, you said?
Yeah.
So
when we started teaching at Clayscapes, this was the clay we used after 250. So we were using raku clay, and beginners were just tearing their hands up, and we decided, hey, maybe they shouldn't be bleeding at the end of their first pass. And then we went to 90, which has still got tooth to it, but it's not as rough.
I'm gonna steal the other day.
But the Clayscapes glazes were, I don't think they were developed for this clay, but the one close to it. So it's what Don was originally using. And so all the stuff that we're using in the studio worked with it.
Sweet. What a treat to get to see Mr. Tim throw. What size you got? 2 pounds? Pound and a half-ish?
I don't know.
Just choppy.
I quartered the bag and then pushed them up some.
All right, we're going to do the same thing. Hopefully this is not echoing. I don't think it will be when we just have just your mic on, I think. So it should be good.
Didn't we interview Mike?
No!
Yeah! Hey!
Hey! No one's ever asked you.
Go, Mike.
So what do you do?
No, we're going to make it hard.
Tell us.
So, what got you into clay?
Good point. Well, I went to Alfred, but I went to Alfred for theater. I was a theater major at Alfred. And, I met a bunch of potters, some pretty famous people, and I didn't know what pottery was. And I was working at a creative art studio in Wellsville, New York. As a matter of fact, episode 1, my buddy Marshall, who's coming to Seeker with me, he was the manager there, and I was running the coffee shop upstairs, and I just threw a pot one day downstairs, and somebody was having a class, and I said, oh, I want to do that, and I threw a pot, and I was like, that was it, and I was addicted. But yeah, here it is.
Did you take any classes while you were at Alfred?
No. Nope.
And you said your mom lives in Alfred.
My mom lives Alfred Alman, yep, the town right next to Alfred.
So so you grew up there?
No, I grew up in Long Island.
Oh.
So my mom moved up, I don't know, 30 years ago, and I moved up in my senior year of high school. Right in the middle, I was like, no, this is not going to work. From Long Island to Hornell, New York, which is a serious culture shock.
Yeah.
So I lasted.
Well, you had a Subway.
Yeah. You got a Dollar General. What else do you need? I lasted about a year, and I was like, no, I got to go. And then I went back down to Long Island, and the rest is history. And I ended up coming back here 25 years ago, maybe, I guess.
So you threw a pot, and then did you take classes? Did you
No, I just got addicted and started teaching myself. You know who I learned from? We talked about this last time a little bit. What's his name? Simon Leach. And you.
Yeah.
And you. You know, watching you throw. I'll never forget that video you did using the Giffen grip as a rib. Dude. That was like, no, seriously, that was a long time ago. That was really funny.
We did a series of Giffen grip videos.
That was very funny. No offense to Giffen grip.
No, funny story, because we could talk about that kind of stuff. My first in Sika, the studio mates, that I was with, we're in the same space as doing those Giffen grip videos where, like, there was one where, there was the rib one. There was one where I kept blaming it for everything that was going wrong in the studio, and I drew a face on it, like it was a little mad face.
Oh, that's too
so
funny.
Like somebody somebody dumped a pot, we would put the Giffen grip over there and be like, "Oh, Giffen grip, what are you doing?"
Oh, that's hilarious.
And so Ed and Sika, I met the Giffen grip people, and you can imagine, like, they'd seen some of the stuff, and they weren't super excited to meet me. And,
sorry.
So somebody was talking to me about, oh, did you see the Giffen grip people? Did you get, and I was explaining the interaction, and they were behind us on the escalator, like, down.
Oh, hi.
And like, I have no ill will against the family or the tool. Just the way people were using it at the studio was like, it drove me crazy, because as an educator, I wanted them to have.
Yeah, you want them to learn it.
Upon their skills, not a tool.
Yeah.
You can go back to that. You can go back to going.
Yeah. I have one right down here. I mean, I use it for when I'm, like, I'll hand build a big platter. So I'll hand build the walls up about 6 or 7 rows, and then I just put it on that and then flatten it out with a rib. And then I made a big platter without having to throw a big platter.
I mean, I have 2.
Yeah.
I don't use them as much for trimming anymore.
That's funny.
There are the occasions which it's like, that's the time to use it. But when I was in college, it was like the tool. Like, oh, if you don't have a Giffen grip, you're not a professional.
Yeah.
And so I trained on them, and I stole the one from college. But like, nobody wanted to use it.
And we got that on tape.
Parts. So I went to Sika and I bought all the parts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, it's mine now.
That's funny. We got that on tape.
Yeah. I earned it.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
So then when I left college, I was still using it, and I had a student that was, teaching in a public studio, private studio, whatever, means you get a lot of interaction with students, and some of them are smart, and some of them are,
not
curious about stuff. So one asked me, like, so why are you using that for this? And I said, well, it's what you trim with. And they're like, well, why are you making that shape? And they kept pressing me, and eventually it got to the point where they're like, you are making design choices based on the tool you're going to have to use rather than the pot itself. And I went, oh, you're right.
Damn you. Yeah.
Yeah, so I stopped using it for a bit, and I came up with other ways for, to trim work, and I found after a little practice I was quicker using a chuck than I was a Giffen grip on almost everything. So I retired the Giffen grip for a long time, and because students had seen me use it and other students had their own, and anytime I did a beginner class or whatever, they'd be like, oh, I want to use that, because they're trying to learn how to tap center, because that was the way if I had a beginner and I taught them other ways to center, and then I did tap centering, they would never tap center.
Yeah.
So I just started with tap centering, and they'd get it in a half hour, and then they'd be good for the rest of their career. And unless somebody was trimming with a Giffen grip at the same time, and that was part of the studio, like, why am I tap? And so my dislike of it came more from not the tool itself, but students responding to other people using it. And it wasn't until like a long time, probably 15 years, that I pulled it back out just to start polishing my pots.
Yeah, it's great for polishing pots. You know what I did actually to polish is I Velcroed. I put Velcro on a bat right in the middle. I got this from. He lives over in Scotland now.
Scotland.
And I got the
Vipers.
Yeah, the grinding pads, and I stick it and I do, and I just put it on the wheel, and I just work my way up. That seems to work. But I found with the Giffen, no offense to Giffen again, that if I didn't throw a pot that was really nicely round, I couldn't I really couldn't get it centered on the Giffen to trim correctly. Or it would just, I would be trying to, I felt like it had to be so perfectly leather hard to trim.
Right, yeah, that was the other thing. If it's too soft, it turns
soft,
into a triangle.
yeah.
And if it was too wet, it slid.
Yeah.
And got stuck.
Yeah. I was always taught to just, I would wet my finger, wet the rim, stick it, tap center it,
Yep.
and then it would go flying across the room. That's why I don't trim anymore, Tim.
Oh yeah, you don't trim it.
I don't trim.
Oh, so my bowls aren't going to be trimmed?
Oh no. Who was I telling this the other day? Somebody on the show. I was like, oh, Tim was so mad at me.
Oh, I'm not mad.
And I was like,
mad.
he was like, what did I call it? I said, oh, I'm a
shredder?
oh yeah, a rasper.
A rasper.
You're a rasper. Yeah.
He's like, my precious.
Let's G.I. Joe. What's the bad guy?
Cobra Commander.
He's a rasper, Captain. Yeah, that, or you know what I do? I actually hand carve my foots a lot of times.
Should I be leaving a certain amount of clay for that?
No. See, I just kind of cut them.
And you know, and we'll come back to that, Mike.
Oh yay!
Because remember we're interviewing Mike here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Shit.
See, it's not so easy, is it?
No, well, I didn't plan.
He's like, I'm not in charge.
I'm not in charge.
Why am I doing
This isn't my rodeos.
Is that not my rodeo, not my clown?
So you were trimming, right? Like
Yeah.
You taught yourself to trim.
Yep.
Wait. So you didn't have like a person in your studio that was teaching you the dogmatic ways that pottery should be done.
No, I learned through serious hell and tears and trials and tribulation.
Do you wish that you had?
Yes.
Oh, you do.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, that would have saved me. Yeah, I would be 5 years further ahead.
You know, because I was in college. I took ceramic stuff in college, but I refused to listen to anybody.
No way.
So I paid for it and still didn't learn it.
So samesies. Oh, let me go get some water. Hold on. Tim, just talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, okay.
Which I
He's gone. I mean, the thing is, he's going to be able to, camera one, camera two, he's going to be able to edit all of this, even if I do say something ridiculously interesting that he may not want on camera. If it gets to the point, he can just edit this all out. I feel like I want to do an infomercial. It'll, oh, he's already back. He's so fast.
I had to run because I know you can't be trusted alone in front of the camera.
I thought, man, if I was prepared for this, I could have done an infomercial. But I don't have any good infomercial stuff.
This session is brought to you by Speedball. Where is my top? Okay. So I've talked about it on the show a couple times with a few different people. And you'll get a kick out of this. I learned to throw. So I was watching YouTube. I was watching you. I was watching Simon Leach. It's another kid named Wes Anderson. He did the same. He watched Simon Leach as well. But what was I going to say? Oh, so I had a friend who was Wayne Higby's studio assistant. Wayne Higby, the real famous raku guy. And he was doing this installation in an airport in China of tiles on a wall. And they were really cool depths. But he would basically make big porcelain bricks and then CNC them to look like what he wanted. And all the scraps would go flying and the kid would sweep the floor. And so he had 30 of those big blue farm bins full of porcelain scraps that he said, hey man, you want this clay? And I was like, yeah. Little did I know, it's porcelain and it's made for tile. It was not made for throwing. Here I am trying to teach myself for years.
It was CNC tile too, it didn't have to be plastic at all.
It was not made for throwing over 1.5 inches tall. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to throw cylinders. So I learned how to throw. I was pretty good at throwing because I could throw with anything at that point.
Yeah.
And then I got sick of throwing after so many years, and now I hand build.
So you don't throw that much, or you don't throw at all?
No, I throw bowls.
Yeah.
I throw bowls. I throw my mug bodies, but then, like you said, I rasp them.
You rasp them.
I'm a rasper. You dirty rasper.
Dirty rasper. Well, I find that people's process If it gets to the point where they're getting what they want out of it,
Yeah.
that's the process.
It could be whatever you want. Yep.
And the more processes you try, the more options you have of getting to the point where you're getting to where you want to be.
Yep.
And, so I've never rasped a piece.
Oh, we should rasp something together.
Well,
Can I be your first rasper?
I'm gonna go home and I will rasp my own piece.
Rasp my own. I'm gonna go rasp by myself.
I'm gonna go. If it's gonna be that dirty, I'm gonna rasp by myself. I don't want people watching me.
This is what happened last time we got together. We laughed for 2 hours straight. So I
You made a pookie.
a pook. Thank you. Right? See, he gets it. I call him. I call him butts.
Butts.
I call them butts. I've been because they're the bases of my bowls, and I use like mug butts like this. Oh, remember you remember the lady?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Remember?
Oh yeah.
So
She's scared.
she scares me too. We'll talk about that later.
We won't.
actually,
I don't want a freaking lawyer coming after me.
We're gonna
because
cut that
I
part
talked
out.
about a pookie.
No, we're gonna talk about it after we stop recording.
Oh okay.
So this and this blah 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 blah. Yeah. So when she was coming after me, I said, "Have you heard of the Aztecs? They've been doing that for 500 years." So anyway, this is a base basically for a bottle. So I want to just build that and then build that. So, but I like the biscuit. I used to. I'll show you. I used to make them.
Like the pasteur?
Ugh,
Oh, yes.
which I suck at plaster.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can see. And,
That's horrible.
this is
You should
bad.
put that on camera there, eh?
Dude, yeah. Anybody want to see how bad my plaster was back in the day? So that just goes to show. Did I put a date on this? No.
Who dates plaster stuff? That'd be a super
We're gonna do
weirdo.
20.
And I'd leave.
Look. Here's
no,
how.
it's not. It's
Here's how bad my plaster is. I can carve the day in this with my fingernail.
yeah, that's.
20
How much
split.
water I put in? All of it.
Oh man, that's so bad. So that was me. I learned that honestly from Mark Arnold, and I tried that for a couple of years, and then I realized, oh, if I just biscuit, it's stronger and easier to make. Duh.
I don't see. I forget what I've talked to about with who's. Do you know Dick Ernie? Because you're in.
Yeah, Richard Ernie's the guy. He did it at the Folk Art Guild here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you drove right past Rochester Folk Art Guild.
I did.
Yep.
Well, shit, their signage is horrible.
Yes, it is.
It is
You
because
got-
I did not see it.
You got to know where it is. It's on top of the hill.
Oh,
I was
open?
a potter there for 5 years.
Oh, did you ever meet? And because I don't know when, but Abram Kent was there for a little bit.
Oh God,
And
no!
if you,
I don't think so.
he was at SU and I was at SU, and he was just a great person. I still have some of the shit that I stole from him. I say stole.
Are you folks catching a trend
It's
here?
not like my family pretends to steal stuff. I never really stole anything, but he left a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
One of them was a big plaster reinforced wedging like block.
Yeah, right there next to you.
Yeah, like it was like one of those. And he didn't want to take it with him, so he gave it to Brenda and I. And I still have it. That's
Do you want to
25
try
years
my?
later.
Do you want to try my boss bass?
Nope. I'm doing just fine.
Nope.
I'm not anti-tool, but I am my anti-tool. Like if I can get away with not having a thing in my
Yeah.
hands, I will not have that thing.
Yeah.
Um,
So Speedball sponsors the show. Thank you, Speedball.
Hi, Speedball.
This show's sponsored by Speedball.
Super awesome. Love that big boss bass.
Yes, the boss bass is fantastic. No, I just did a video because they sent them to me and to kind of promote. And the first time I did it, I said, "Holy crap, that thing works really well." I'm not gonna lie. I'm sort of anti-tool guy too. I like to just dig in, but I do tend to make my bases a little too small or too thin. I actually carved through 3 of them last week when I was doing my mugs. And if I had just listened, if Woody had gone straight to the police, remember that? Remember that Woody Woodpecker?
No.
If Woody had gone straight to the police, this never would have happened.
I don't know that one.
So yeah, I got those plastic things all over. So I need a pug mill. Although wedging keeps me young. You have a
Does
pug
it?
mill? Don't you have a pug mill? Does it or just does it hurt? Yeah. Is that what you tell yourself to
I
sleep
guess I
at?
collect pug mills now. Because of the way I do workshops, it has become probably the most valuable piece of equipment I have in the studio.
Oh, you have like 3.
I have
1 working and 2 parts?
no. I have 2 of the the man-eater ones. What are those called? The walkers. I've got 2 walkers.
The man-eater.
The man-eaters, like like the walkers. Like they're really dangerous. And one I think I killed, so I am slowly dismembering it and taking the good parts off and putting it on one machine. And then I've got a Peter Pugger.
Yes.
And a Bluebird 440.
Nice. Peter Pugger just made a studio size one for smaller potters, and it's like $5,000 instead of $11,000 or whatever.
Well, they've had a lot of, like, the VPM 9 has been around for a while, but I don't, like, I'm processing maybe a ton of clay a week through the workshops, because I've got 14 people throwing for 8 hours a day for 5 days and not keeping anything.
Yeah,
so all of it's getting recycled.
That's a lot of clay.
So Bluebird, Jordan there has designed and rebuilt the 440 to be stainless steel and with a bigger processing capacities. So like it's got a bigger hopper, it's got a bigger outlet, it's got screens. So I ordered one of those.
Nice.
Because, you know, if I'm going to be spending, if I had to spend time on it, I want it to go as fast as possible.
You are a speedy guy. You don't like to waste time, do you?
No, it's like, nope.
None. Well, as you can see right in front of you, I have 4 buckets worth. Oh, you used a couple. I have 4 buckets worth of reclaim right there.
Yeah.
They just make me sad every day. I look at them and go, oh, I got to do all that. It's like it's the work part of this, you know.
Yeah. Well, like at Clayscapes, we weren't saving any reclaim. We had a really big Peter Pugger at one point, but it cost too much effort to produce an amount of clay that we could sell back to people.
Yeah.
So like if it, you know, if it was I think at the time it was like a 25 cents or 50 cents a pound. That was the normal rate of clay, but people aren't going to pay that for stuff that was recycled that they gave you. So, you know, we were having to sell it like 25 cents a pound, and to make the amount of clay,
it's
pay the person to do it,
rate.
it wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
So then you end up getting rid of it, and they just chuck all of the leftovers. They allow people to, like, if people want to recycle it, they can collect all the recycling stuff and wedge it up and do it themselves. But for the most part, it gets tossed. And that's just because the time to process it wasn't worth it, which is why my process I have tried to streamline to make it as functionally quick and efficient as possible, so that I'm not tossing clay. I'm saving pretty much all of it. But that meant, you know, having to have a clay mixer, because all the slop I can't just put on plaster and expect it to dry in 15 minutes and be usable again.
No,
So
it takes
I save
all
my
day.
slop, and I take all the slop and I mix it with dry material to make, you know, a clay body again. And then I have to go through the walker, because the walker mixes it up really well. And then it goes into the final pug mill. So like I'm having to mix it 3 times, really, or go through 3 machines to make it a usable consistency again. But with the price of clay being like $1 a pound now, that if I'm going through 2,000 pounds of clay in a session, then, and I've got, you know, 14 sessions, that's like, that's too much math. I know if I can't math it, then it's too much. The amount of math made it
the mathing wasn't
acceptable to spend that amount of time and dedicate that space and the funding to procure such machinery.
Yeah, if you're gonna spend that much money, you might as well make it. You know, do the numbers.
Yeah, do the numbers.
Do the numbers. That just reminded me of something you were telling me last time. So you do a couple of big workshops each year, you were saying?
Last year we did 10.
Holy hell.
This year we've gone to 13.
So is it one like every 2 months or one every? You do 2 a month. So
we start in last year.
Rewind that. My math. His head just tilted like a dog. Like
I'm not.
Did you say math? Every 2 months? Yeah, that would be 5.
Yes.
My bad.
So last year we started in June, because we did a wood firing in the end of May. And so we do June, July, August, September, and then another wood firing in October. Okay. This year, We decided not to do wood firing in spring because it's really hard in terms of getting wood prepped and everything while it's still possibly snowing or the it's mud season. So we decided, we won't do a wood firing, but I can do a workshop. So we will start workshops in April, and we'll go April, May, June, July, August, September, and we'll do about 2 a month. There's one of them that we've got like shorter ones because not everybody can leave for 5 days.
Yep.
You know,
so they're 5-day workshops?
Most of them are 5 days. There's one that's a 7-day, and then there are a few that are 2 days, and then one that's 3 days to give it kind of a variety for people's
time.
Get away from homeness. You know, some people have kids and pets and horses and stuff, and they can't just
can't just leave. Yeah, I was telling my wife the other day, Tim, that I was looking online at like those long-term residencies, like 3 months, 6 months.
Yeah.
I said, man, I'd love to do one of those at like Penland for 6 months. She goes, go ahead. I go, well, I'll be gone for 6 months. She goes, yeah. I was like,
make you feel really bored, huh?
Wait, what are you trying to say? So I might do one of those next winter. I might go for 3 months somewhere. I don't know.
So I've had a few different friends that have gone through.
What are you gonna do? You're just gonna pay to make pots in somebody else's studio, basically.
It's worse than that. Like, let's say you're the outcast, or the one that's not in the clique, or the one that isn't invited to the things, or you know, which some of my friends that I've known now for a while have been in those situations. Sometimes in other countries.
Oh wow!
And so
that's not good.
They're far away from anybody that cares about them. They're in a place where nobody likes them. They haven't done anything wrong. Like, I know these people, like, they're not, there's nothing, but somebody got a burnout about them, and then you're in a situation for like 3 months where
you're stuck.
You're miserable.
Yeah, that's not fun. That doesn't.
It's like you have to really know who you're going to be going with.
Yeah.
Or that you trust the place enough to step in and be like, no, this isn't cool.
This isn't how we deal with each other. Yeah.
So like I've never really had that inkling to like go and do it, but
there is an odd sense of that in the ceramics world that you probably know of more than I do, but of the sort of, I don't know if we should talk about it on camera.
Well, we'll put like we'll pause.
Yeah.
In case you need to edit the question out.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a weird sense of elitism sometimes, and it's like
but the thing that got me, it wasn't even an elitism thing. It wasn't like I'm better than you. It's like I just want to exclude you.
Yeah.
Like I want to have this control over some part of my world, and my control is going to be making sure you're excluded.
Yeah.
And it's like ugh.
Yeah.
There isn't getting out of that, and even like if it happened once or twice, but like if it happens all the time and it's the same kind of person doing it, it wears a soul down. So
which sucks in pottery because people want to be creative. It's like everyone should share. I mean, that's what most potters do.
What do you want to get out of residency?
Whoops. Oh, I don't know. Just to be away for a couple of months, actually, really, probably.
You want to be like away from your home studio where you know everything is and you're comfortable.
Well, what I was thinking of doing is, you see those big bottles I made yesterday. I want to make those 4 feet tall.
Why?
Just for fun. I want to waste a lot of clay.
Then you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that here
in my kiln.
That doesn't mean you have to fire them.
But I just want to like dive in with 20 boxes of clay and I don't know. Make shapes that I don't know. I think what the freedom is kind of like when you go to Aramont and then all you gotta do is eat food and go to the studio and then go to bed and then eat food and go. There's that freedom. There's no, you don't have to worry about what's going on upstairs or what the dogs are doing or all I gotta do is make clay and go home. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, like, are the people important to you? Like.
Yeah, no, I love hanging out. Obviously, it's because of the show. I love hanging out with other potters and shooting the shit. So if I could be there with other fun people, that'd be great. Who knows?
Well, because like my studio, I have the capacity to do anything.
Yeah,
I got the room, I got the space. I don't have lodging, which is the thing that those kind of places have. But there's also not a whole lot of, I guess, draw for people to be staying in Central New York. So, like, I wonder if the Airbnbs would be like, oh, anybody here is better than nobody.
Sure, yeah.
I don't know, because that's been a thought. Like, could I open it up to
like a long-term stay?
You know, over the winter. Because from October through April, it's pretty underutilized. I'm starting to let
that's not a bad idea
and use the space.
So, do you know? Oh gosh, what's his name? Josh Kopis and Billy Ritter.
I know Josh was in Australia with me at Clay Belgong not last year. But
oh yeah, how cool was that, by the way?
It was exhausting. It was hard, and like he had been there before. He had connections and like knew people. I was meeting people for the first time, and we had already spent most of a month there, and I was just tired. Like I was.
Yeah, I hear you.
And the schedule that they want you to do is hard. And then this year they have included people or a person that is kind of, I'd say it's more than being a pariah. Like they're a predator, and
for real.
Yeah, and they didn't want to hear anything about it.
I think I know who you're talking about.
And I wrote to the person that runs it, and I tried to have civil, productive conversations multiple times.
Yeah.
As a way to warn her, and there was no
talking.
There was no budge.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And after that, it's like I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to promote it. I don't want to talk about it. Yeah. We're talking about it, but I didn't want to. Like I'm washing my hands of it because if you can't listen to the people, especially the vulnerable people that were writing her, in addition to me.
Yes.
You're not leaving a safe space, and where it is, and like you had to walk, maybe 20 minutes from the place where you were staying to the conference.
Really?
And it's intense and it's dark.
Really?
And you're in a place that you don't know.
You're in another country. Yeah.
If I was a predator, this would be like.
This is ideal.
Yes, absolutely. I will do this conference for you. Don't pay me. But
all right. Well, moving on. So, I was asking about because Josh Kopis and Billy Ritter, they shared their thing on Instagram last year. They went to some place out in Ohio, and they did this sort of.
Oh yeah.
You see that with the wood fires inside that
warehouse?
Yeah. I'm like, dude, I want to do that. I want to go and freaking make giant pots and gas fire on them. I mean, if you have unlimited clay and unlimited time, how much fun would that be?
I don't
know. You're like, I already have all that.
I got to the point where scale for me isn't as interesting anymore. Like I get it, and I might go through cycles, and it might be interesting to me again. But I guess I'm a small vessel maker, and I don't get the allure of big vessels anymore. I will teach people how to do it. I will support those endeavors, but when it comes to my own work, I'm just not as interested. I got I got the clay to do it. I've got the kilns to do it. I just not.
Somebody, what was the thing I was going to tell you about making big stuff? What's the old saying? If you can't make it big. Can't make it big, make it blue. Blue. I always heard blue.
It was written in our studio red. It was painted in red too.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Just always looking for, something else to do.
Well, have you ever got to work really big?
No, not really, no.
Yeah, so, you've got there's that. I wouldn't call it an ego, but there's a thing. There's a thing.
Yeah.
You gotta.
Scratch
part of the components of making pots is to also make big ones, and if you haven't gotten that opportunity, I get it.
Well, I've told people on the show before too. Can I make a big pot? Yeah, but do I know? Because for a couple of reasons. One, nobody's ordered it. If somebody ordered it, I'd make it. Otherwise, I'm going to make this giant pot, and it's going to sit in the corner of my studio for sale.
Yep.
And it's going to take up an entire kiln. Right? I can put one pot in there if I go big.
Yeah, that was I've sold. I've eventually sold them all, but no, I haven't because there's still some in the studio right now. I just moved them to shop. Yeah, so they're harder to ship. There's less market for them.
Yep.
But now recently, having the new space, it's like, I might want some big pots just to have on the grounds. Like, you know, if I can look out my studio window and I've got a 4-foot pot behind the pond I haven't built yet, you know, like next to a big tree, like, that could be majestic as fuck.
That could be cool.
but I'd have to make one.
Majestic as fuck. That's the word of the day.
Yeah. There's a couple words, but
there's a local there's a local guy. He was actually a teacher at Alfred, I think. His name's Glenn Zweigert. He does big giant metal sculpture, big ones. And he rents them out to municipalities all over the United States.
Rents them?
He rents them by the month. And then, you know, they'll stay in their park for a year or two, and then he goes and grabs them and moves them to another city. Huh. It's genius.
That's an interesting...
Instead of somebody spending 30 grand on one of his pots or one of his sculptures, he just rents it to him for $300 a month or whatever it is.
In hopes that they forget that they have a rental agreement.
Yeah. 30 years later, who are we paying $300 a month to?
It's the Prime Video account that you forgot.
Yeah. Why are we paying for 2 Netflixes?
So he really needs to have his like business name be something like parking lot necessities.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna get rid of parking lot necessities. They just keep paying that $20,000 a year.
That's funny. Oh my god, I'm about to switch all my phones to like Spectrum. We're going back and forth with AT&T right now. It's the worst. That's just unbelievable. You can't get someone on the phone that can help you.
I got news. It doesn't matter what company.
Doesn't matter what company.
It's just whatever you have right now is the one you're most mad at.
Yep. Yep. Oh yeah, that's a fact. Ugh, this is insane.
But when you look at what you're actually doing, you've got the world in your hand.
Yeah.
Like it's
pretty remarkable.
It's for $100 a month. Like,
how come it doesn't work? I want it to work instantly.
I want somebody on the phone right now. A little perspective.
Right? Yeah, right. I think everyone needs to go back to flip phones. To tell you the truth, I think people are getting, especially kids, are getting way too lost in this world of, you know, TikTok videos. It's just killing creativity, and nobody looks out the window anymore. Nobody's bored anymore. Be bored. Or go make something if you're bored. You know what I mean? Go throw a pot.
No, let them be bored.
Yeah, don't
There'll
get
be less of us. And then we'll have a premium.
No, then creativity won't be a premium.
Like, I don't have children, so it's like, whatever I do, whatever I'm doing is like,
it's my thing. Yeah.
It ends with me. Like, I'm done. Like, this is it.
Dad, look what I made. Dad doesn't care.
Oh, you have kids, and you're like, I don't care.
Yeah. I have 3 right now. Oh my gosh. I have 14, 16, and 17. It's getting a little crazy. Getting a little hairy. All right, we're going to do a bigger bowl with 2 pieces. So tell me more. We've gotten a little bit to talk about. You explained your role at Encika, your role in the clay world.
I don't have a role in the clay world.
Let's talk about your role.
That's as broad as a really big board.
You're the guy who puts people together.
I don't have any other things to do at Encika but find people that need to find people.
That's fun.
I'm a people finder.
Hey, I just saw him. He's over in Studio C.
I find people. I'm at a position in my career now that I don't need anything else from our community. Like, the people that support me, the things that I'm doing will continue. So I don't have to, like, I used to go to Encika and I'd have like this huge checklist of things that I wanted to make sure I did. You know, like, I need to do this and that, I need to meet this person, I need to secure these kind of things, I need to do this stuff. Mm-hmm. And I don't have that anymore. Like, I don't need to do it. Like, people, you know, especially come up in Encika time. How come you're not in a show? How come you're not doing a talk? Or
you're like, because I'm enjoying the show.
No, it's not even that. It's like, I want to leave space for people that need it. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
You know, like, if I'm taking that opportunity from somebody.
You took it from somebody else.
Like let's say I did all the things.
Yep.
I do all the things. Like, if I took 10 opportunities, that's 10 chunks that somebody else, could be 10 different people, could have pushed their career that much more.
Yeah.
So rather than, rather than doing all the work and having to make sure things were fired in March and all that kind of stuff, I got a chance to not do that and instead focus on other people.
That's fantastic. It's kind of like on the golf tour, the PGA Tour, they give these sponsors exemptions to players, and it makes the players upset. They're like, "Well, you just took the spot from somebody that's been working real hard, and gave it to a movie star."
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely doesn't need a ride to it or even to play on it at all.
No, exactly. So I get what you're saying. Yeah. Oh man.
Wait, so you went from Alfred. So you went to Alfred. Were you teaching yourself how to throw in Alfred?
Yeah, I was a theater major at Alfred.
Yeah. And then
I did plays, and then I worked at the creative arts studio there, which is where I learned how to throw.
Yeah.
And then I just built a little mini studio out of this little sort of side garage, carriage house I had, which I had a wood-burning stove, and it was freezing cold. I had a fishbowl heater in my wheel, my water, and it was pretty interesting for a couple of years.
And at that point, were you starting to sell pots, or were you still learning how to do it?
So it's funny, my buddy Pete, who graduated from Alfred, I said to him, "Hey man, maybe I'll just go back to Alfred and go to the ceramic school." And he said, "Why would you go to school to learn to make and sell pots? You're already making and selling pots." I was like, good point, because that sounds like a waste of money. I just wanted to know more about the process and stuff, so I thought about doing it. But I knew so many of the professors and everything that I could just go ask them. Like Freddie Fredrickson was a buddy of mine. I would just go sit in his office, and he would say, "Oh, do this, this, and this, and this." Cool, man. Thanks. See you later. And I go home and try it.
So did you start by doing shows and stuff?
Yeah, just little the Allegheny Artisan Tour, and then little pop-ups here and there, selling at a table, and I never really did too many show tours. I should have. I still should. They're kind of fun. It's a lot of work.
You didn't do clothesline.
No, I should have. The purple painted lady and all that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, I should. I still should. But the problem with me is my career is a golf professional. So in the summer, I don't do any pots at all. So I have no time. The only time I have is November through April. So it kind of goes pretty quick, and it's all right though.
Have you gotten to the point where the golf might take a
backseat?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get there. Right?
What's stopping you?
Money. I'm pretty close. I tell people, I'm like, I'd have to sell a lot of mugs to pay what the golf course pays me.
Yep.
I do okay there. It's not great. I'm not getting rich, but I'm paying my bills, and it is what it is.
Have you said, "Hey, golf course, I'm about to leave golfy. Can you give me a raise? Can you make this worth it for me?"
Yeah, he's like, "No." But I gotta remember, it's not so bad. It's not a hard job. I'm not working my butt off. I'm the boss, so I make the hours. I play a lot of golf. I play a lot of tournaments. I teach a lot.
You still enjoy it?
Yeah, it's mostly okay.
Yeah, with a shrug.
It is. It's well, you know it.
I don't know.
I'm a people person, obviously. Yeah. Hence the podcast. Hence throwing myself out there.
Or do you really hate this? Do you you go back? You got you got a voodoo doll of the people that you've interviewed.
Yeah. You're gonna be driving home going, "Ow!
Must have been that stool."
I knew I shouldn't have thrown sitting like that. But there's some people that ruin it for other people. You know what I mean?
Oh, you got a shitty client.
Yeah, just people. Sometimes I'm like, and the beautiful part is I go, this is not a private club. You can go somewhere else. I will gladly give you your money back. And there's 75 courses to choose from around here. Enjoy your day. Yeah. I'm at the point where I'm allowed to say that. Like I said, they call me the mean Mike. There's the nice Mike and the mean Mike. Yeah. But one of us has to say, beat it. If you're a jerk, you can just beat it. So, but there's more and more of those, and it's just meh. And as I get older, I don't want to deal with those people.
Yeah.
No.
You didn't sign up to be abused.
No, you're taking the fun out of it. So, but it's not so bad. So I'm close. I mean, I just turned 55. So, yeah, 8 more years maybe. I don't know. We'll see. See what happens with the kids. My stepdaughter just got accepted to Villanova, so she's going off in 6 months to school. She's super smart. My daughter's super smart.
Super smart.
Yeah, she's super smart. My daughter is like #1 in her class.
Ew.
Yeah,
You got a nerd.
She's a smarty farty. I don't know where she got that from.
Well, you said that she was a stepkid.
No, my stepdaughter and my daughter.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The other dog's still outside. What a dog. She's been out there the whole time. Oh, there's
You thought, it's like, I've been barking
been out for hours.
I've been barking for hours.
Wait, come. Ooh, this might be my wire. Nope.
Well, you just had a delivery. We didn't even know it.
Yeah. Wait, come. The guy knows. He brings her dog treats.
Oh.
Yeah. She's been out for hours. Right?
If she's out.
I think. Or is she barking from upstairs? No, she's barking from upstairs.
Oh.
I'm losing my Good. Yeah, what was I saying? So, yeah, and my stepson, he's cool as heck. He's at the climbing gym today with his mom, and he's really smart, but he's really chill, which I like. He's 14 and he's climbed 24 of the Adirondack Peaks already.
Is that a thing?
There's 46 of them. Yep. So it's called a 46er if you do them all. You know?
Uh-huh.
So he'll do those. He likes it. He likes to just
No, climbing as in like
Yeah.
rock things?
Yep. He's a climber. He likes it. He's tall and skinny. Like he's taller than me already. He's 14, which doesn't say much. I'm a little fella. No, but life's good. We'll see where it goes. Who knows? I just would love to be able to just make pots for a living, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what's Mike's dream? Like, 10 years from now, what would be like the best case?
sitting here with you,
scenario?
Tim.
Huh?
Sitting here with you doing part 34.
Part 34. That's 10 years.
Bro.
10 years. That's 3 a year.
Wait, the mathing's not mathing.
And if that's 3 a year in 10 years, because it's part 34, so it's maybe we do a couple where it's a little bit more, and we do, let's say 50 or 20, 25 bowls, 50 bowls. Let's say 30 bowls. That's how many bowls is that?
That's a lot of bowls.
That's a lot of bowls.
Oh my god. Thousands, 5,000.
5,000. I don't think that maths.
Shh, we're not mathing. We're throwing. We're throwing.
So the big dream is to just continue this.
Yep. Yeah,
Right
it's
where
not,
we are.
it's not too bad. Just want to make better pots, and I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, the other job kind of allows me to do this, though. It allows me to be free in the winter.
Yeah.
I'm very lucky to not be like, oh crap, I got to get a winter job to pay the bills.
Mm-hmm. Well, how close are the bills to not having to be paid?
Yeah, not that close.
No, yeah, kids.
Yeah. Ugh.
What are they called? Crotch goblins?
Yeah, right. We're getting close on the house, I think, and I don't know. Trying to. My brother is a super smart dude. He's the CEO of a wind energy company out of Texas, and they just partnered with the United Kingdom and IBM and Google, so they're doing okay. So he gave me a bunch of shares to his company for Christmas, which was really cool.
Yeah.
So that'll get me started in retirement, I think. But hopefully they sell the company for $4 billion, and I'm a multimillionaire as we speak. But probably not.
No. You just got to make some stuff up. You got a podcast now. Just be like, hey, did you know that such and such is one of the highest grossing, biggest yield companies moving? You just got to make stuff up.
Yeah. Story of my life.
Market. What is that? A market?
It's called the Big Fat
Manipulation.
Lie. Yeah.
Manipulation.
Oh yeah.
That's good stuff.
You could manipulate the market by trying to take over Greenland too.
We can talk about that then. Okay.
That's another show as well.
So what do you mean? So like you become president, and then
I got my name in. My name's on the list.
You threaten to take over things so the market tanks, and then you buy in after it tanks. Oh, okay, I got it.
Oh, look at that.
Huh.
Just made $14 billion because Anyway.
If you think if two potters sitting in rural New York can figure this out,
we figured it out.
Somebody that has regulatory things could.
A couple smarter people than us could probably make a lot of money.
Or at least stop.
Or people that are not smarter than us could try to pretend that people like us don't know what we're not fucking paying attention.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. Anyway, we'll talk about that later too. We have to hit stop first. It's a volatile time. Yeah. Well, what about you, man? I mean, so the workshops you do, that's awesome. You do that's a lot.
It is.
Who comes? Is it mostly people from all over the country? How do you market those?
The joy and beauty of building community is you don't market. You keep doing the good things that you try to do. You do them to the best of your ability, and people notice. People pay attention. You know, just like some dumb hillbillies in rural New York can figure things out. Other people figure things out too, and they go, "Hey, if Tim is willing to, answer my questions at 3 a.m. for no other reason but he wants to help me, then what would a thing that I paid for be like?"
Right.
Yeah.
Got to be better.
And I try to get feedback so I know what we're doing good at, and I keep evolving what I offer and how I offer it and how I deal with things. And the people that come, at least the people that come and say something, because I got to imagine if somebody did come and they had like a horrible experience, that they'd have a really tough time telling the world, Tim C sucks. Because I can imagine that it'd be scary to say I sucked. But I take feedback, as seriously as I can. So we've developed, a pretty good situation in the people that have come. I think this last year we have almost 50% of the people coming back again.
Oh, well, shit, yeah.
And it's competitive. Like, to get a spot,
you got to get in.
Yeah, like after I think it was 15 minutes this year. We were. There are a few workshops that were a little different. That
really sold out in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then like some of the workshops have a 14 to 30-person wait list.
I didn't know you were this popular.
I'm not.
I thought you were just.
I'm not popular. See, there's different. See, like there's overt like open popularity. Like I call them the Ceramic Monthly darlings in pottery. Like they're the people that everybody knows and everybody loves, and they love their work and they know them. I'm like a sleeper. Like I would say the people that know me are the people that need me. Because I'm not participating in gallery shows. I'm not participating with sponsorships and I'm not promoting myself anymore. What I'm doing is I'm helping people, and that's the way. So like, if you didn't need my help, if you didn't ask me a question, you really wouldn't know who the hell I was.
Unless you watch YouTube.
No, well, I haven't done.
Yeah, you haven't done it in a while.
I haven't done that. I mean, I plan on doing more because of the way Facebook has ruined live streams. But
it has.
They don't save them anymore.
Yeah.
Like 30 days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
so YouTube still saves them. So I'll probably go back to YouTube to do the live streams.
Ooh, glad you brought a truck. Look out there.
Yeah, that's a Syracuse. That's a
that's a dust.
That's a dust thing.
For those of you that can't see, actually look out the side window behind me. It's snowing like a bastard out there.
No. You can still see the barn across the thing. Like that's not.
Oh yeah, you can still see 30 feet. You're good. That's such a Western New York thing. Like yeah, you're fine.
Like we got measurements, at the house. Like if I can see the tree line, that's not really snowing. Like if I can't see the tree in my neighbor's yard, like
look at the window. You go, shit, can't see the tree.
We got some snow.
Yeah, that's funny. People around the world are like so scared of snow. It's not that bad. Just slow down. Just drive slow. So get winter tires.
Yeah, well, yeah. So in terms of like the popularity of the workshops, they're geared towards not keeping anything. So there's that freedom of making something without the expectation of saving it.
Wow.
Which means people try things that they normally wouldn't try.
Well,
they'll risk, like if they've got a 25-pound cylinder, and they know they're not going to keep it.
Yeah.
They will push it a little further.
Yeah. You learn a lot.
They'll make it till it collapses, and then we'll just recycle it.
But that's interesting. I wanted to touch on that from a guy who teaches workshops.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to know, what am I taking home right away?
Yeah, and some people, that's a deal breaker for them. It's not like it's a surprise, like they show up.
Yeah,
like,
I'll
no,
tell you.
you keep nothing.
Yeah, haha, I fooled you. You already paid.
I'm listing all your stuff and selling it as mine.
Yeah.
No, they know coming in that they're not going to keep anything. And it usually,
But-
some people, it takes past participants to go, no, this is the best thing
Yeah, you're right,
that
though.
you're going to get out of this is not keeping anything.
I like that, yeah.
And, that came from the first year we did it, that people were traveled from all over the place.
I've heard people say that before. It's a great way to practice. Just throw a bunch and then throw them away. Or just recycle
wreck it.
Yeah, yeah. Just keep stretching. We had a lady when I was at the Folk Art Guild, Annie. Annie, what the heck is Annie's last name? I don't know. She's been throwing for 50 years.
Yeah, Annie, I know Annie.
You know Annie, little skinny lady.
yeah.
She's a great thrower.
Yeah.
But she would say, take a 1 pound piece and make the tallest cylinder you can. And just keep doing it. I'm like, I don't wanna. I'm like, I want to do something else. She goes, no, you got to practice. It's like practicing golf. But so anyway, so nobody keeps anything.
Yep. We go from 9 till 5. We do field trips on some of the days. Like we'll go to the Everson.
Yeah.
Garth will talk about the Scarab Base. We usually go out someplace to eat nice. We'll go to Clayscapes.
Nice.
And then the studio is open for them in the evening. Like if they wanted to go throw, and in the evening afterwards, they can. And people
all
do.
over.
Some people spent, they would be there at 8 o'clock in the morning, throw for an hour before the workshop. The workshop starts.
That's
They're
great.
throwing all day. They do a quick dinner. We eat lunch there.
Yeah.
Do a quick dinner, come back, and then throw until 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Like they were getting as much out of it as they could. Some people get tired.
Yeah.
Some people just we'll come back and eat snacks and watch you throw, but
Yeah, I'm doing good throwing. I like your space. That's a really cool space. It's well thought out.
Yeah.
It's all laid out really well.
it's gonna get like we're working on more. Like I've got more plans. Like the upstairs, did they bring you upstairs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So like as I was cleaning stuff up this winter, I was like, man, like I need an office area. I'm like, nah, not an office, like a lounge.
Yeah.
Like if I lounge part of that,
Yeah.
like I don't know if you know, like I still make boxes, and they were based on a church from when I was in college art history class. There was like a church that didn't get sacked and didn't get ruined because it looked like shit from the outside. Like there was nothing.
It's like why people leave Tyvek on their house in Western New York, right?
Well, in New York, it's just so you don't pay as much in taxes.
Lower your assessment. Yeah.
I never thought about that. What if they make siding that looks like Tyvek?
Oh, that'd be hilarious. See, it's $1 million idea.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I had pause. Like, okay, what were we talking about?
We were talking about your box lounge.
The lounge upstairs.
Yeah.
But this morning I had like a pool table idea. I used to play pool when Brennan and I were kids. We played a lot of pool.
Yeah.
I thought, wouldn't it be fun to have pool tables that were, that you could add things to, 3D printed, whatever, to turn each pool table into like a mini golf thing. And you'd pull mini golf, like,
Yeah,
and you do the mini golf, like, that would be so much freaking fun.
That
It's
is
boring
cool.
playing regular pool.
Yeah.
I mean, not like, it's not boring, but like,
Yeah, you could have each hole be like
or just one
maybe
hole,
5
just
feet.
one hole per table, and you got like you got your whole hall, and each month it changes. You change all the tables and like
And you
tournaments.
put a little putter head on the end of the pool stick. That
No,
faces
just a regular pool.
perpendicular.
No, not regular pool.
No, yeah.
You know, they scare all the pool people. Okay,
Right,
that was my idea this morning.
That's
and
very
I told people, so maybe somebody else will do it.
Darn, there it goes. There's the $1 billion idea. Anybody out there, you want to be rich? 3D printed pool table.
But the lounge thing, it's like I do a stupid amount of paperworky kind of things. And like right now, you saw my little computer rolly stand. Like I'm doing it on that.
Yeah.
And it's not comfortable. It's not nice. Like I could insulate part of that. Well, God.
Did I get you?
Oh yeah, I was like, bang!
My bad. Turn this way.
Don't wash your hands or anything, bro. And I thought, if I made that like a nice little lounge, like my wife wants to get rid of my leather couch. It's like, I like my leather couch. It's like, where did I put it? It's like I'd have to put it upstairs in the thing, but it's like, I can't sit on it most of the year because it's too hot. Or
Yeah, it gets to be 100 degrees up there. We talked about last
yeah,
time.
so if I insulated it and made a nice little room, I could have an office.
There you go.
I don't know why we got talking about that, but that's my story.
Yeah, you need an office and a place to just crash. you know, the little cabin here in the backyard that I had my studio in for years. There's like a little futon queen bed upstairs.
Yeah.
So when you'd have too much coffee and you gotta lay down for a minute, I just go crash, which was great. But yeah, I'm still working on trying to figure out how to control dust better. How do you control clay dust better?
Clean. Like, not that this isn't like.
Don't be a lazy ass.
This isn't. Oh, come on. This isn't.
This is not bad.
This is not bad. But yeah, like if you don't produce it, then you don't have to deal with it. So not letting anything else end up on the floor, stuff like that. Then you don't have the dust to deal with.
Now I know why you're the Insika answer guy.
What's that?
Clean. Anything else you want to ask
Keep
me?
it simple. Well, like I get, you know, the dust is, you know, one of the concerns that I have. Like I take my lung health pretty seriously, and like I started when I turned 35 to get lung exams yearly.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I have like a record of
if it's getting worse.
Yeah, or if it's getting worse, how what I'm doing in the studio.
Yeah.
Is that impacting my overall health? So that later on, when I'm old or dying or dead, I can share that information as like a case study. This was Tim,
and
this is like the results of my exposure. You know, because most of us would go by like anecdotal evidence, like, oh well, the only people that are dying of silicosis are, you know, concrete employees. Where it's like, no, there are clay people, but those clay people aren't screaming from the top of their barely working lungs that, you know, I'm dying of silicosis because I didn't take care of my studio when I was younger. Like, nobody wants to be that person.
Here's one of Tim's lung chunks from 1997. Yes. And here's a lung chunk from 2007.
I'm not getting biopsies. They're doing scans and like breathing tests and stuff. So, because, you know...
It's really hard to throw when I'm cracking up. Okay, go ahead.
It's nothing funnier than lung health.
Yeah. I mean, so it's a great way to start your set.
I've been keeping that kind of, that thought process or that mentality in my head. So when somebody asks, hey, Tim, what do you do about, you know, like, dust in the studio? I say, one, don't produce it. Like, if you're not making the dust, then you're not dealing with the dust. Yeah. If you are making the dust, like,
get rid of the dust.
Don't make the dust. It always goes back to that. Well, what about an air cleaner? I said, if you think about getting an air cleaner, make sure that you don't have dust first. Like, because people will get an air cleaner, or like it's the helmet syndrome. Like, I am now protected by my helmet. I will do more stupid things.
Watch this.
Yeah.
So how'd you break your collarbone? Oh no, I had a helmet on.
Yeah. So like if somebody goes, oh, I just got an air filter, I'm like, well, what's your mop situation? Like, how clean is your studio before you get the thing that's dealing with the dust that you're making? Like, let's stop making the dust first, and then deal with like the finest or like the finer points of dusty issues. Like then, if you are impeccable with your studio cleanliness, and then you get that as like the next layer of protection.
Well, we talked about that garage heater when you came in. Yeah. I love it, but it does have a fan on it. I'm like, ugh, I don't want that blowing dust around. But
well, there's like that balance of
if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die warm.
Fucking toasty as hell.
my body will last longer because it will. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. Like, I get it. Like when I was in the little studio, I had to have heat, and I couldn't do radiant in-floor heating. I couldn't do. There was like a radiant heating that we had at college that was like on the ceiling. My ceiling was too short to do that, so like I didn't have any other options but the blower heater. And did it work? Yeah. Is it ideal? No, but you know, like if we did everything to the point where we were as safe as possible, we wouldn't end up doing anything.
True, we'd be sitting on the couch, wearing a neck brace, watching TV.
I'm in a bubble.
Nobody move!
No, you can't watch TV. There's radiation.
You need to put these glasses on before you turn the TV on. These are blue blockers.
This is too loud. My hearing.
Turn
what do you want to eat today? Just broccoli and carrots.
Never throw Mama from the train.
Owen.
I haven't seen it in a very long time.
This is your cousin Pat. You don't have a cousin Pat, and then he hits him in the face with a frying pan. Bing!
Is that a Christmas movie?
No, that was Throw Mama from the Train.
Yeah, but is it a Christmas movie?
I don't think so.
No.
No, it's just a...
Does it happen in the wintertime? Oh, I'm thinking Trains, Planes, and Automobiles.
Yes, yeah, that's him trying to get back there. Yeah. No, Throw Mama to the Train was Billy Crystal.
Was it Danny DeVito in that one?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And Danny DeVito was also in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
Nope, that was Steve Martin and the big fat guy John Candy.
John Candy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I guess I get both of those confuselated.
Confuselated.
They both have the same word in them.
Yeah,
Train.
Train.
Yes.
That's just it. My brain stopped when you said train.
Train.
You had me at train. Squirrel. Squirrel.
We have trains in our neighborhood. We have train tracks like a mile from us. So it's just far enough that like you can ignore it and never hear it, but it's close enough that you can hear it if you wanted to hear it.
Yeah.
So it's like the perfect spot. And another day, there was a train that went past, and the guy honking the horn on the train honked it weird. It was a weird honk. Like a honk of notability. Like I noticed the honk, and later on,
Something's wrong with the train guy.
there was, like I'm part of like the neighbors and the next door app kind of things for the community, my local little spot. And someone was complaining about the railroad tracks. Like there's too many trains. And it's like
You live by a railroad track.
That railroad track has been there for like 150 years. Like it's railroad tracks, And I mentioned like, did anybody else hear that weird? And there were like 100 comments, like, oh my god, yeah, that was the coolest honk ever. Yeah. And then we got onto the whole topic of like there are ways that they're supposed to honk, and nobody knew why this guy wasn't honking, and past train conductor people that were like, it was irresponsible, and like
You should not honk in such a fun manner.
Yeah.
Driving a train is very serious business.
And then there are other people like, it wasn't a train, it was a truck with a train horn. And like people are like, no, we heard it go down the track.
Have you seen that guy that he's British and he wears like the camera on his head here and he sees it? I think he's like autistic or something, but he loves trains and he knows the name and number of the train and he just watches them come by and you got to see his face of elation and he's like, oh, it's the J45 and he just has the time of his life watching trains go by.
There's something about trains.
Brings him to tears too. Let's talk more about ceramics. We keep going on and on.
What?
What else can we talk
on
about?
the podcast.
Oh yeah, we're talking. Oh hi.
Hey.
This is part 2 though. So did anybody watch part 1? Oh,
Did anybody watch?
I'm glad
Does it matter?
I'm glad I shared it with you. I was wondering why you didn't share it. I'm like, geez, Tim doesn't like me at all.
Okay, question.
Yeah.
If no one was watching, would you keep doing it?
So here's a funny thing. Who was it the other day? Rebecca from the Maker's Playbook. Mm-hmm. She had a good question. I'll answer your question in a second, but I'm going to follow it up with another question. She said, if money was no object, how would you spend your time? I said, no, that's very interesting. If nobody was watching, would I still do it? Yeah, because I do it because I want to talk to you. I'm hanging out with you.
Yeah.
I used to watch you on YouTube when I was like, I'm just so cool, right? And I made a new friend in you. I think.
Oh yeah.
I think. I don't know.
Yeah. Look.
Let's wait till the video comes
That's
out.
a mutual thing.
Let's wait till the video comes
You're gonna
out.
edit to be like.
Yeah. Hey, we ain't friends yet, kid. I had a gym teacher, Mr. Levy. I used to call him Glenn. He used to get so mad. He'd go, "Hey, we are not friends." Glenn. He would throw the lacrosse ball at me. I was like, "What is wrong? What are you nuts?"
Were you playing lacrosse?
No, I just wouldn't stop talking during gym class. Anyway, I would still do it because I get to chat with these people like Tim Kowalczyk, and I had Delvin on yesterday, and just amazing artists that I want to pick their brain, and I want to watch them make stuff. So that's another reason why it's a video podcast. Yeah. I think it's more fun for people. But
what's the coolest thing that you got out of these conversations so far?
Like emotionally, or like?
No, what's the most meaningful tidbit of conversation that you had?
Oh, that's hard to say. There's been like 60 episodes, right? Dude, this is like it's getting to be a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
But like for me, like if you were like, hey, what was like the most impactful conversation that you had in your ceramic career? Like I know mine.
You do.
Yeah. I'm not gonna tell you them.
That's part 3.
Okay, I'll let you tell mine. I'll tell you mine while you think about yours.
That's part 3.
Go
ahead.
You know, like I'm not a huge fan of like going to craft schools and stuff. I was at the one in the Delaware Water Gap, Pennsylvania. What's that one called?
Oh, is that not Pocosin?
Nope. Oh shoot.
Watershed? No.
No. Anywho, it was that one.
Yep.
And I was there, and I was taking a pit firing workshop with Bennett Bean. And, you know, he's not really a potter. Like, he's a sculptor, and, you know, so we're having kind of different conversations than the kind of things I was used to. And he was talking about a conversation he had with Wayne Higby. So you had mentioned Wayne Higby. That's probably why it's floating to the surface of my brain here.
Yep.
And he was relaying, so like this is a conversation of a conversation of a conversation kind of thing. You know, it's diluted, I'm sure, from the purity. But he was talking with Wayne about, you know, the trajectory of his work. And he was, at the time, I think, part of Garth Clark's gallery situations. I don't know if you know Garth Clark.
No. But
he was a galleryist that had one in New York City and one in LA.
Oh,
and
gotcha. So he was kind of...
If you were doing clay, like that's where you wanted to be because your work was going to be selling and you were famous. So Wayne had his raku pots, the ones with the, like...
the landscape.
The landscape raku.
They're very famous pots,
Yep. And he made some of the porcelain pieces. And in the conversation, Garth said, no, we don't want those. We want the other stuff. And
from Wayne?
yeah.
Oh.
And Wayne said, okay. And he didn't pursue those. And, you know, the conversation between him and Bennett was the regret of not following what he wanted to do, but instead doing something that a gallery wanted.
Yeah.
He said, you know, how much I could have done or changed my work if I wasn't worried about, you know, keeping a gallery happy. And like, at the time, I was still in college, and it was like one of those things. It's like I want to digest this nugget and make it part of me, because I never want to get stuck doing that kind of stuff. I never want to have that regret. And like he had the wherewithal to share it, and then the second wherewithal for somebody else to share that. So it was like it had to be meaningful enough that it was shared twice now. I'm going to digest it and make sure that I don't end up in that situation. And that was probably one of my top.
That's a good one. I feel kind of lucky. That's what we talked earlier about having a job. You know, I feel lucky that I don't yet have this to be my main source of income, so I can still kind of make what I want. Like I spent 2 days making those bottles, and that's okay. I don't have to make mugs. I should be decorating those because they're going to sell.
Because in Sika, you're like, oh, I'm going to have 20 mugs
for
you.
Plenty. Oh my god.
I got 2 big bottles.
Yeah. Anybody want a bottle? Just walking around and Sika.
Put it in your suitcase.
Yeah, you can take it home. Oh god. So so I'm lucky I can still make what I want. I think, you know, and that's a really good point. You make what you want, not what somebody else wants. And if they don't want it, then ask someone else if they want it.
Yeah.
Right. And I think if you make good enough pots, people will want them. Ish.
Well, I wonder, I'm selling work now, and I don't think it has anything to do with the quality of my pots.
No, it's you. You're selling you, right?
Me.
Yeah.
So I think there's a spectrum, and then there's a tertiary, like, divergent Venn diagram-y sort of thing, where it's like, you can make great pots, and nobody know who you are, or nobody care about you, and sell them.
Yeah.
You can make horrible pots
and sell a ton of them.
Because they're cheap.
Yep.
And nobody knows who you are or knows that you're an asshole or whatever. You know, and then
his pots are great.
Well, you know, there are people.
Yeah.
And you know, being on Facebook as much and seeing these kind of conversations play out in social media, that there are some people that when they learn about that person, don't want to own their pots anymore.
Sure.
Yeah. You know, like
absolutely.
I learned this about this person. They are dead to me.
Yeah.
I will either destroy their pots on video just as a point, or I might sell them, or just
sell them for $5 to somebody.
Just throw them away.
Yeah.
So it's like there's that part, and then there's like I think a sweet spot where I found myself where I can make pots that hold their own. Like I think they're okay pots.
Yeah.
Are they the best pots I'll ever make? No, I've got room to grow still.
Yep.
But they're competent pots.
Okay.
And then I am liked enough that people people want to buy them not just because of the pot. They don't need another coffee. They don't need another expensive coffee mug to put coffee in their face.
Yep.
That they actually want to support the things that I'm doing. And then I've done it long enough and believed in this process enough that I've produced enough market that it supports the pricing that I have and the amount of pots that I want to make in the time frame that I make them.
Yeah.
And it's not luck. It's not that I prepared for this or planned for it. It's what happened from
Years of work.
believing in it long enough. Or not even believing in it, like not caring about selling it or producing for the market or marketing myself. Because I don't know if I'd have the same kind of participation if every post I was making was about selling the work I was doing.
Yeah.
Like
That's an interesting point.
like, would you watch somebody like if, like, well, one quick like yes, no, or percentage-y kind of question. Like, do you watch other people make pots anymore?
Not as much as I used to when I was trying to learn. Yeah, when I was trying to learn, no. But I will if I see someone that I kind of respect. I'll go, oh, I want to watch him throw for a minute, or someone that I haven't seen throw yet. So no, yeah, you're right. Not as much as I used to.
So like the people,
I got it all figured out.
the people that primarily are like interacting with us are people at the beginning of their stage. So like if the people of I hate to think of them as a market because I don't think of them as a market, but they are. Like if the people that are watching my stuff are going to be the beginners, and I'm inadvertently gearing all my content to helping beginners, then I'm inadvertently producing a wide market of people that want to support the things that I'm doing because I am directly impacting their ability to learn and grow as a potter. And it wasn't on purpose. It wasn't like I took a marketing class and like, no, this is what I'm going to do. It's just what happened because of the things that I like doing.
I keep squishing my pots. I'm running out of space. I'm too lazy to like wash my hands and dry my hands in between picking them up, so I just dent them and then push them back.
What about scraping them?
Huh?
You scrape them?
No. What do you mean? Oh, yeah, I do a little. I try to get the inside of my fingers, but...
No.
You know what I use a lot? I use these things. These are fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More tools. Look at how dirty they are.
Look how many tools I got.
When was the last time you washed them?
They're perfectly clean. It's just I got red clay. You know what I'm saying? You just don't get me.
I just spent like a day washing all of
Dude, you know what I do? You know what I do sometimes? I'll leave the clay on it, and then as I'm throwing, I dip it in the water for a second, and then scrape it off and throw. Yeah. I have very limited time. I have 3 kids.
Yeah, I have a mother-in-law.
Yeah, and then in the winter, I don't know about you, but by 4 o'clock, I'm like, it's dark. I need to get in my jammies.
4 o'clock. No, I do get more stuff done in the summertime.
Oh yeah, because you can go till 8:30, 9 o'clock. I'm in bed at 8:30 these days. It's crazy. Oh, I got. How many you got? 2.
This is my last
8,
one.
10, 12.
I've got no more balls.
Sweet. I got a couple bowls for you if you want one. No, I mean clay. Clay. That's a different show as well.
What's that? Hey.
Yeah. Let me think of what else we can talk to Tim about. Let's talk about pricing. That's always fun. That's always fun. That's always a popular one.
We're gonna need some more balls. Okay, let's go.
You can't handle the truth. I eat breakfast 100 yards from enemy snipers.
What's that, bro?
This A Few Good Men. Remember Jack Nicholson? And Tom Cruise?
I think I only watched that once.
Oh, it's great. Tom Cruise, you can't handle the truth.
Well, that was Nichols that said that, right?
Yeah. And Tom Cruise was standing there yelling at him. You in your faggy white uniform, he called him. Yeah. He goes, every time we go somewhere to fight, you give us a ride. Talking to the Navy guys. Yeah. So anyway, pricing.
Yes.
Pricing is, I don't know. Like I see some people's mugs that are, I got a good buddy, Marshall, episode 1, he's my buddy. He's a great potter, but he's got another job and another life. But he makes his mugs, I think, $25. Mm-hmm. I said, dude, why do you sell them for $25? He goes, because I sell every single one of them. Mm-hmm. He'll bring 50 to a show, and that's a guaranteed $1,000. Because people go, oh, $25, that's cheap. But then I get people on the show that are a little more well known that their mugs are $130, $160, $200. What differentiates that in your besides craftsmanship?
I don't even know.
And it's I'm sorry, it's the name too, right? Like you were saying, people don't buy, they're buying pots because they're Tim C pots.
Yeah. Like if I just had a recent conversation.
Your mugs are probably 100, 120, no, 150.
My normal mugs start at $225,
No
and
shit.
my fancier mugs go to $450 to $600.
Wow.
Yeah, but like those are.
This is why I'm hanging out with him. This is the end game.
So.
Well, you don't make a lot of them either, so they're kind of rare. Oh wait, you're right. I saw the upstairs.
I can make some mugs.
Okay.
So this is part three. This is the part 3 topic, but we can give a primer. I don't know how to say words.
Part 3 is from the hot tub, by the way, just so you know.
I'm not a hot tub person.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I have one. We have like a super fancy hot tub that came with the house.
Really?
We looked it up. Like
You don't
the
use
hot tub costs more than like my first 3 cars combined.
Oh my god. You don't use it?
No, I've gone in it once,
Yeah.
and I've maintained it, and I've put water in, and I do the things, but like we're just not hot tub people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people don't.
Okay, so
So 225 to 400.
the most expensive mug has been $1,000. Like
Holy
we did
shit.
the $1,000 mug project.
Was it a 5-foot tall mug?
No, it was just a mug. But I did as much as I could into the mug. I put as much me in a mug as I could. So the basis of pricing for me is price to the market.
As much
and-
me. As much me in the mug. I just was thinking, there's the lung piece from 1997.
Well, like that mug I collected all the blossoms from a viburnum, and I took all those blossoms and I turned it into ash, and I made a glaze from that ash, or part of a glaze from that ash. Like that's how far I was going. There's one of the $1,000 mug project ones.
So that's crazy. First of all, okay, slow down. What's a viburnum?
It's
a plant.
it's a
obviously.
plant, and it makes a lot of blossoms. It's almost like covers itself in snow, but it only lasts like a week,
Okay.
and then all the blossoms die off.
So you dried them up, ground them out, made a glaze out of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
part of a glaze.
So
'Cause
now
the
we're getting-
ash was only like a thimble's worth of ash.
So now we're getting
But
to
like
where...
it's part of my yard. It's part of the things that I planted, and like I did extra work for
Yeah,
it.
so now it's making a little more sense. Okay.
But if you keep going in tangents, I'm never going to get to.
Sorry!
But we could like the $1,000 mug project was a
Us?
experiment in value. Like where does a pot get its value from?
Cool.
And
Yep.
it was prior to me really being as sought after as a potter as I am now. I think maybe it was even part of why I'm as sought after was going through that process and explaining value and everything. Anyway,
Okay.
I price to the market. So if I can make 100 mugs in a year, I want to sell 80% of those mugs. Like that's a good balance.
Okay.
I don't want to sell all of them. If I sell all of them, it means I underpriced my work. If I sell 50%, I overpriced my work. That 80% is a pretty good threshold of not having to make more of them next year kind of thing. And so if I was doing 10 shows a year and I knew I had to sell, 8 mugs at a show, and my first show I sold 5, I knew my price was probably too high. If I sold 12, I knew my price was a little too low. And I would adjust them accordingly throughout the year to get as much as I could out of each mug that I was selling. And then, as I did more and more stuff online, I got to the point where I was no longer able to keep up with demand. So
Oh, that's cool.
that became a pricing versus morality thing for me, in that if I can sell a simple mug at $300 and sell every one that I make, does it justify the price? And I didn't know for sure if it justified the price or not. So, that's.
Turn the volume down.
Yeah, I know, but it's on the readies.
Ooh, that's okay.
I know. Okay.
We're almost there.
So I had to then come up with a way to increase the value of my work to make it ethically worth the price that I was selling them at.
Yeah, sure.
I kept, my simple mugs became more and more complex to kind of keep up the pace of the price that I was getting for the
Want
work.
more?
Gosh, I can fit one more on there.
Yep.
And
I got one more too.
and that kept going, you know. So as that kept going, my work kept getting better, and now it's like I spend more time polishing a piece than I do actually throwing it.
Really? Okay.
Like my time polishing is almost double my throwing time on per piece, and that's just like that's added value and just like effort. So
how does an artist get to the point where their mugs are $500?
I think that's
Asking for a friend.
Well, I think that's an individual process that each person has to find.
I think it's
So
after
for me-
after 20 years of making.
No, there are potters that have, career potters, 50 years in it, that are still selling their mugs for $20.
Yeah.
One is that they don't believe that they can sell it for more, and that goes like one of the second important kind of pottery related conversations that I had was with a glass artist, and we were talking about like if you didn't have something in your booth for $10, would somebody support you for $50? And we kind of made a pact with each other that next year, and this was like maybe 2010, like I won't have a piece in my booth under $50. And we both agreed, like going in next year, we're not going to have a piece, and we'll see how we do. He lasted one show. He
sold out?
No.
He didn't sell.
He was so scared because he didn't sell as much as he normally would that he stopped. And I stuck with it the whole year. I didn't have anything in my booth that was under 50, and I ended up.
So there's
selling,
also perceived value, right? People think it happens at golf all the time. They think because it's expensive, it's a better golf course.
Yeah. So there's perceived value. There's like actual like comparative values. There's emotional value. There's functional value. There's so many ways that we can establish value for a piece. No, that's okay.
Yeah.
Like,
so you stuck with the $50.
I stuck with the $50, and in the end, I sold less work. Like I didn't sell as many pieces. But I sold more
because people wanted a $25 piece or a $10 piece?
No. I think I priced myself out of the availability of some people. Like they couldn't spend $50 on a piece.
Yeah.
But overall, I almost doubled my income because the people that did buy the pieces were buying. They weren't buying the $50 piece. They were buying the $200 piece.
Gotcha.
And instead of having that $10 piece that somebody could walk away with, that it put me in a different category of maker to them, to the people that were buying the, like I think the second show, because they did the art show, the second show that I came with only $50 pieces, I sold the most expensive piece I had up till then. So like 6 years doing shows, I sold something that was 4 times as expensive as anything I'd sold prior.
Oh wow, okay.
And that goes to conversation number 3, important in my career, was if you don't have it out there, they can't buy it.
Yep.
You'll never sell a $5,000 piece
if
you
in
don't
your
have
studio.
No, if you don't make a $5,000 piece, or you don't put a $5,000 price tag on it, you won't ever sell a $5,000 piece. It can't happen because it doesn't exist. Yep. So, I went with those, $50 pieces, and some social experiments happened that year too. But if we got time, we'll get to those too. Okay. Sorry, phone. Phone's like,
phone's dying. Are they still talking?
That year I sold less work but made like almost double my money with the pieces I was selling because different kinds of people were buying them and they had more income or expendable income or income they could put towards craft and art kind of things than the people that I was marketing to when I was selling $10 pieces. So going from that, I rode that. I was like, let's keep going. Let's not go back. And then I was doing experiments on my tin cans. I was throwing tin cans, and they were I was selling them at the beginning for $25.
This is how you don't bend the ball.
Look at that. Look at that.
Geez, perfect.
Ding. So I moved all my cans to $50.
Uh-huh.
And my wife was like, nah, I don't think people are going to buy them. I said, let's do an experiment. So we made, I think I made 100 cans or 50 cans, some good, easy math number. Mm-hmm. And I did some at 20, some at 40, some at 60, and some at 80. Okay. And I put them all out on the same shelves. Yep. And my numbers, if people had watched or heard this before, I might have made up those numbers just now. But that's the
don't fact check. We're just chatting.
That's the thing. Like there was a range, and the ones that sold first were the expensive ones. And people would come up and be like, "These look the same. Why is this one $80?" And I said, They are exactly the same. This one just has the $80 price tag on it, and this one has a $20.
And
they buy the 80
Really?
every time. And it got to the point where, like, every once in a while,
you're like, hey, honey, watch this.
The $20 one would sell, you know, every once in a while, but it was always the top ones first, and then the middle ones. You know, like, because let's say all the 80 ones sold, I didn't put more out, so now there were 60s, and then the 60 ones would kind of sell, and the ones that were always left were the cheap ones.
Wow. That's
Like that,
okay. That's mind blowing.
Perceived value, and that's one of the vocab words for pricing. Is that, you know, people will establish a value for something based on all sorts of factors, and one of them is its price. You know, like if something has a $100 price tag on it, then it must be worth
But yeah,
$100.
Yeah.
Why else would this?
Why would they price it at 100? Yeah. What makes it worth 100? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna sit here while we finish. So that's very interesting.
And one of the other little side quests on pricing is my price doesn't affect your price.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
I see this a lot from people in that early career where they don't take responsibility for their failures. They want to pin it on anybody else but themselves.
Yeah.
So if somebody has a bad show, if Jenny has a bad show, and Jenny goes home and is trying to figure out why she had a bad show,
Little
she
Johnny.
would much rather blame the potter next to her that was selling mugs for half her price or a quarter of her price than take responsibility for her own pricing and her own work. Because in the end, I can't control what Mike prices his work at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can't. Like, if I put any energy into that, it's wasted. So, like, when I was sitting at booths, I totally had Jenny's mentality for a long time. Like, oh, so-and-so in the Ceramic Guild is selling stuff for, you know, a quarter of my price, and it's just as good. They're ruining my market. As soon as I got rid of that, I was like, okay, how do I outmarket that person? How do I outmake that person, out-display them, and took responsibility for me not having sales rather than pawning it off on anybody else?
Yeah.
But it changed. My business changed because it was something I could do. You can't change somebody else. You can try shaming them, but you want to get somebody to dig in on something.
Yeah.
Tell them not to do it. You can't price your stuff like that because it's hurting me. Well, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, here we go.
I'm having my price, and I'm going to put a sign. Don't buy that. Like no, like you gotta.
Yeah. Hang on for the ride.
Yeah.
That's funny. You know, sometimes that shows where, you know, if it's not a great sale, at the end of the show, I put up 50% off. Just come take stuff. Because I came here, I packed my car, I did all this stuff, and nobody's showing up and nobody's buying anything. So for me, I got to put it back in my studio, and I got to carry this shit home and put it back on the shelf. No, give me $50 for it. You can friggin' have it. Like, I want to make more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that upsets people sometimes. Like you said, they're like, well, you're undercutting me. No, I'm undercutting myself. Right?
The only person that's hurting here is me.
Yeah.
And I'm doing it myself.
And I'm not doing it. It's nothing personal. I want to make $500 this weekend instead of wasting my time.
Well, see, I never budged. Like, I never gave discounts. I never gave, like...
Really? Yeah.
Unless it was on my terms. Like, if somebody came up and said, I want these 3 pieces, then...
Yeah. You're gonna get a discount.
They weren't asking for a discount, but, oh, you want 3? You get a 4th? Well, I'll take this much off. And they're like, oh, so I'm getting them another piece into them.
Yeah.
And I'm getting a discount, and they're going to remember me a little more next time.
Yeah.
The only time I would really do discounts or anything was something we had locally called the Pottery Garage Sale. And those were seconds. Like those were the dogs.
Just going to ask you about that.
They were dogs. I didn't want them anymore. I wanted them out of my space.
Yep. $20, $30, take it.
Oh no, like $1,
Really?
$2. Like mugs were $4. You know, like get them out.
Yeah.
And if things didn't sell, I would wreck them at the end of the garage sale. The garage sale was like 2 hours long.
So at the end of at the garage sale, and people are at your table, are you saying, look, that's normally $100, $200?
So the garage sale was prior to me being that kind of potter.
Famous.
I was just out of college kind of thing. And so like the garage sale pieces were, dumpy bad mugs that might have had a crack in the bottom or chip out of something.
Yeah.
So they were
$2. Yeah. Still works. Yeah.
And I did not want to take them home. So
That's
like
exactly
I would start breaking them. I'd break them loudly and obnoxiously. Like, okay,
in the parking lot.
This
not sold. Smash.
50 cents, or you would hear it break. Like,
going once,
it's going, and I'd smash it. And they're like,
twice.
no, stop. And I'd end up selling.
I'll take it.
Just so they could hear
He's
it
losing it. That's hilarious.
Just so they didn't have to hear it break.
So that shelf over there, you know, as a potter, how important shelving
Shelf space, yes.
is in the studio. That was full of shit that had been sitting there forever, and it was bugging me. And I was already moved on to like a different style. And my wife went away and came back a couple days later, and I took everything, put it in the recycling bin, and put it out in the trash. And
You recycled pottery?
I threw them out. Yeah,
Oh.
well, I smashed it and put it in the recycling bin. So they
Wait.
technically they recycled it.
You can't recycle pottery.
They did.
There's some guy in the glass line going, I don't know what is going on, but nothing is coming out right.
Why is this all sticking together?
It's not melting.
Something's wrong with the machine. No, that's 18 West Avenue is what that was. But my wife came home and saw the empty shelf. And she was like, oh, where'd you put all that? And I got in big trouble.
You got in trouble?
I got in trouble. I'm like, honey, I'm going to make more. I need the shelf space. I didn't like those pots. Like, who cares? You know, you can give them to me. I'll give them to people. And we'll... Yeah. But then again, you know, a lot of people I know won't sell seconds. They won't even put them out there.
Yeah.
Because you got work that's not great that's out there. But everything you make's not going to be great, right?
I've been doing second sales for my entire selling thing.
Yep.
And I have had nobody that has been like, oh, you know what? You know, I bought this and it was a second, or, you know, why does this have a chip in it or crack in it? What really happens is when you embrace having a second sale, you increase the quality of the work. So if I know I'm going to sell it and recoup something out of it, my standards kept increasing. So, you know, what might have been a second.
Standards of seconds?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like my seconds are like barely a second anymore because I want my first. Most people are buying my stuff online. They're never seeing it. They don't have a handle on it. So it's like, it's got to be perfect or, you know, it's going to come back. Or, you know, and I've had people like, and I think some people get really put off by this, but I've had people get a piece and go, I don't like it. I don't, there's this thing, because it's wood fired, you know, there's this sharp spot, and I think if I'm spending $400 on a mug, it shouldn't have a sharp spot. And I'm like, everything that's on there is something that I've seen 20 times and I've felt, and I've approved it.
Yeah.
Like this is me in a pot. And if they're not for it, like, I'll take it back. Yeah. Like they haven't even paid for it yet. Like they've got it.
Yeah, you were saying that something like last time. Like you don't charge people. Like you just send it out into the world and you go off the goodness of folks to pay you.
Yeah.
Has everyone heard that? Like,
don't tell everybody. Because then they're gonna.
Hey, guess what? You want some free pottery? Just buy it from him and don't ever send a check. No, that's.
Actually, just recently, like there was a box that somebody had sent back with it was a spoon spa, and it just, the signature on it wasn't sharp enough for the person. It was there, but it didn't like pop visibly enough, and so she wanted a different one. I said, well, keep that one. I'll send you another. I sent her another one, and she goes, oh, that's perfect. And she send the other one back. Like, and I was like, I didn't want you, like, you could have kept it. And she goes, well, I didn't pay for it, so she sent it back. Like, that's the kind of customer that you want. That's the kind of relationships you want to create.
Yep.
And that, you know, you don't have to worry about people taking advantage of it.
I just had a lady, she bought one of my butts, you know, the bases, and she said, I'm having a tough time with it. I said, you know, just if you can hang out a month because I don't have any, I'll just make you one and ship it to you. Yeah. I'll pay shipping. No, you don't have to. It's only $12. Like, but you're right. That kind of establishes a lifelong relationship with someone who now trusts you.
Right. Like well, and also like if somebody knows, like let's say everybody now knows, like, oh, if I bought a tin piece and I didn't like it, or I didn't want to pay for it, I wanted to screw them over and just keep it and not send a check. Like you could do that, but who are you going to screw? Who are you going to screw over me? Like, why would you do that?
Why did I do?
Why would I do that?
You can tell who throws. You haven't thrown in a while. Look at your bowls are perfect, and mine are all smorgasbord.
I have made an awful lot of empty bowls in my years.
Yeah.
Like that's.
So I just threw a bunch. So I made some. Where the hell are they? In the other room. For the house, you know. Because you know, after a couple of years, your style changes, and you got crappy ones in the cabinet. And I'm like, we need better bowls. And kids chip them when they clean the dishwasher. Darn kids. My stepson empties the dishwasher. I go, hey, that's $100 mug you're throwing up there, bro. But yeah, your bowls are good. I like that clay.
It throws, like, it was really good for beginners until You
It's
know,
not groggy. That didn't kill my hands at all.
it's got enough that a beginner, it was still. We eventually went to 65, which was smooth.
Is that just a finer grog? The 65?
No, 65 is it's no grog.
No grog at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's got fire clay, but that wasn't as hard on people's hands.
I've been using this Umbria, the 266 from Standard, which is the black clay.
Mm-hmm.
I call it black porcelain. Like, look how black that comes out.
That's black.
That's black.
That's black.
I love it, but it's so nice to play with, and it's hand buildable and throwable. So who knew?
And buildable.
Hand buildable and throwable. Well, holy crap! So we got part 2 in. What else can we chat about while we clean up here, or you clean up? The wheel.
You don't clean?
No, I don't clean. No, I do got to empty the water. I was telling someone the other day, I'm like, the best part is just let it dry and take it outside and shake it. It is the easiest way to clean a wheel. Tell us about that wheel again. That's the BTH.
This is and after the first few pots, I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
It's a Chinese-made wheel. They've got 2 different versions.
And they're at Insika.
They will, last I knew, yes. They'll have a booth at Insika. But this wheel, price-wise, what you guess there?
1,300.
$800.
$800.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it throws 25, 50 pounds. Doesn't matter. I mean, I guess doesn't much matter anyway.
Right. Who's throwing to buy it? Like, take this off just in case.
That's beautiful for $800. Oh, the wheel head just pops right off.
So that's belt slip.
Oh. Yeah.
But like if I tightened up the belt, it's unstoppable. Like it's just like any of the other wheels, that are that half horsepower kind of size. It would pull itself off, the floor before
the thing would spin underneath. Yeah.
So there's like a point at which horsepower or torque or whatever doesn't matter anymore because you can't utilize it.
I mean, some of the good wheels now are almost $2,000, right?
Yeah.
I got that kiln right behind you. That's your backstop there. I had a lady. She has one of those the slip pouring. You pour in paint.
Frog pond. Oh wait. Oh, you're talking about the.
You pour you slip cast a clown and then you paint it.
Yeah. Paint your own pottery.
Yeah, one of those. But I went and got some molds from her because I use them as press molds. Mm-hmm. She had them sitting out in her backyard.
Oh yeah.
And then, dude, she had 10,000 of them in her thing. Her husband goes, tell her to show you the back room. I was like, where's the back room? And she took me back there. I said, oh my God, there's pallets of them. But anyway, he said, you want to kill them? That one had been sitting in their closet for years. It's an even heat. Mm-hmm. And I said, oh, I don't know. And I sent a picture to Freddie. Do you know Freddie Fredericton from
I know the name because it's an awesome name, but I don't know him.
He's the Bailey guy. I've known him for 30 years. We're like family members. So he's the guy who makes kilns for Bailey's. Mm-hmm. And he's just a super smart electrician guy. So I sent him a picture. So tell me what you think of this wheel or this kiln. And he said, oh, that's an even heat. What did he say? I don't know. Olympic makes that, and Paragon does this, and that's actually this. And he goes, yeah. He goes, offer her $400. He goes, if anything, the bricks are worth it. The brick and the body's worth $400. Okay, so I offer it to her. She takes it. I bring it home. It's throwing the error code. I Googled the error code. I thought it was a thermocouple. Put a thermocouple in it. It's not the thermocouple. So I took the box off and drove it down to his house. He lives in Alfred. Mm-hmm. And he jerry-rigged like an electrical cord. He goes, this may or may not be safe. It did like a jump cord to a plug. Mm-hmm. It was terrifying. He goes, step back, and turns it on. It was the computer. It was the computer was shot. So he goes in the back room and comes out, and he's got 3 boxes. And he goes, you can have one of these for $300, or you can have one of these for nothing. I said, let's try the nothing one. So as you can see, it's a Bartlett controller. Yeah, he just threw that in there for nothing. Works like a charm. So I might sell it for $1,400. So, but I don't really need it. It's a nice size.
Is that the 5 cubic? No, 7 cubic foot?
That's a little one. This is 7, I think.
So it's a fiber?
Yeah, that's a little fiber. But, yeah, I'm going to get shelves for it and whatnot. I don't know. I seem to have everything I could use in here. I got a wall extruder. There's nothing I can't make in here right now, like you were saying. Why not just make it, right? Damn you, Tim C. You always make me get so introspective. Is that the word?
Introspective? That's wordy.
Is that?
That's like word math. That's letter math.
Is that over 8 letters? I don't know what it means.
5. I'm maxed out at 5. If it's not a freaking Wordle word, I don't know it.
Wordle! I love Wordle. Oh my god. I'm playing Block Blast too like crazy. Oh my god, that stupid game.
Connections? Play Connections?
No, that's a good one.
And we play every day during a meal. So like my mother-in-law and my wife will all like, okay, we're playing it. We turn it on and then we, you know, if it's an easy one, we won't say anything and everybody has to do it on their own. But if it's like a freaking hard one, we're like, okay, we're working together. Like, what are you getting? And then
my wife and I used to do it with Wordle. I'd sit on the couch watching the news and she'd sit at the table. She'd go, got it in 4. And I'd go, oh, damn it. And I'd go, I got number 5 and 3. Yeah.
And Wordle was, I don't know, too limiting. Like Connections, there's a little bit more to like stretch out.
We can take that to the other sink in the back. You can do it in that actually. Yeah, that should work. I don't know if I have enough water in that thing. Just flip the. Oh yeah, you got to plug it in and flip the switch. I forgot. Yeah, you can unplug it. Actually, we'll probably just gotta end here for a sec. Let's go. What else we got? That was fun. Where are we at? An hour and 40 minutes. We are cool people. Are we though? No. That's great. I think, and we'll do part 3. This is fun. I'll come to your place hopefully in the spring when it's not so bad out.
Well, do you have to do anything in Syracuse for golfy stuff?
What do I got coming up this spring? I'm 55 this year, so I'm going to play
so you're saying
the U.S. Senior Open, the U.S. Amateur. I'm probably going to play. That's down in Philly. And what else was I
doing? You doing anything at Turning Stone?
I usually play a couple tournaments up there each year, so I'll swing by.
You'll be going past?
Yeah, I do drive right past. I love Turning Stone. I used to play with the director of golf up there. He was a buddy of mine, so I would go up and play for nothing. That always helped. Yeah, because it's $250 to play.
But so if you go by and you're like, hey, I'm going to be by this, and day, like, depending on the day it is, like weekends, they don't do workshops on the weekend really, except for the longer ones.
I'd love to come see one of your workshops and say hi to the folks and check out what you got going on.
If you catch it on a Thursday, that's when we go up to the Everson and you can hear Garth talk about the scarab vase, which is like, it's pretty inspirational talk.
The scarab vase. What is that? How much time we got? How much time we got?
No, I'm not even going to talk about it. Like some people will end up Googling it, but it's one of the most important pieces of ceramics in the United States. It's what turned us from hillbilly bumpkins to like elite ceramics.
Really?
And it was a woman. It was extra good. Yeah, it was in the boys' club. You know, she broke through it all, and it's a really good talk, and the piece is amazing, and it's at the Everson.
I'm gonna have to Google that now. What's the piece I was thinking about? There's this. Have you watched? Speaking of which, yeah, that can go down, or just dump it out the door. Yeah, throw it out the door. All right, let's say goodbye. Okay, let's say goodbye to the chat. Oh, your phone just died. Perfectly. Look at that. Look at, we can say it over here though.
Okay. Am I in it?
Are you over here? Where's Tim?
I don't know how to do this.
Come over here. Okay. Bye. Bye, everybody. Thank you. See you later. Oh, look, yeah, your phone turned off.